Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And we're underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think this fella, Luis Diaz, will have a key role in being the link man. He's so good when it comes to progressing the ball up the pitch, and he'll often drop deep to do that. Above all, though, I like his feistiness. There's a combative and energetic edge to everything he does.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Pedri. Messi. Milan are looking to break at pace.
Pretty robust defending.
And it's played forward. And the keeper's got it again. Now it's Diaz. Diaz going face-to-face with his great rival. Saliba. And it's Dembele. It's Dembele! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Looking early. That is a brilliant interception. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Davids, well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That is good strength. Messi, chance here to counter. Now it's Neymar. And here's Pedri. Oh, sweet feet. And a chance! Goal, Milan! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Assegnato al 22esimo minuto, numero 17.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Borussia Dortmund are very much a team that like to work off a central target. Is that how you see them, Jim?
Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. They seem to have the right personnel, certainly on the delivery front. I'm sure there's a trigger to this, whether it's someone opening up the passing lanes or making a move into the box.
And it's Wan-Bissaka. Oh, this is a great Messi! And that's in! And they're threatening to fly away here! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. Good read, needed to be. And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Now it's Drogba. Davids. Diaz. Neymar. Goes for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Now there's a fine... Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. And he's taking no chances there. He'll try from distance! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Van Bouten did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
And here's Neymar. Pass somewhat off target. And the referee says that is that for the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Milan clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Milan looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. The second period is underway. That is ended up in no man's land. Saliba. Now Davids. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passes short and sharp. Bellingham. Cristiano Ronaldo. Diaz. Chance! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Diaz just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
And it's Messi. Diaz.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now it's Drogba. And he's had it nicked away. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. It's Drogba!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Now it's Drogba. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Milan with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players...
He's having a hit! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Bellingham. Gerrard. Searching pass he's played there. That's the keeper's ball. Dembele. Well, they've got it again. And he skips past his man. In with the challenge. Bellingham plays it in.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 17, numero 13, Neymar. Numero 18, Messi. Numero 20, Drogba.
Biel is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, good ball! He's found Dembele! And a neat finish!
Gonzalo Ramos really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Wang. Schlotterbeck can get it clear.
Odegaard made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Neymar gets across and deals with it.
Borussia Dortmund really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Schlotterbeck kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's a lovely, neat pass. Knocks it into space. Trossard! Now, who's going to be first to this? Dembele.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
It's a searching pass. Spread neatly. Odegaard, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Davids, Trossard, and he's got chance for a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Odegaard. Shot a goal!
Odegaard just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
And it's Neymar. Nice physical challenge. Trossard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Trossard.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
2 minuti di recupero.
And they're back on the ball again. Now is this the final assault? Neymar. Great chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
All hands on deck for this one. Getting up there! And that is well cleared. And that's it! They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Davids, probing pass, and he welcomes it in. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Threads one in. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Drogba clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Mbappe! Messi. It's Pedri. Oh, that's fabulous! It's come to nothing. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Mbappe engages and forces him off the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good alertness. Wan-Bissaka. Davids. And here's Neymar. Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cleared without hesitation. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Ronaldinho. Lovely feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ronaldinho. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Drogba. That's been cut out, well played. And here's Messi. He's going for goal! Again, a brilliant save.
Messi really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Passing is crisp and sharp, and that pass just didn't quite work. Wan-Bissaka. Vieira. Passing nice and neat. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's Ronaldinho!
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Davids. And here's Neymar. Nicely aimed pass. Mbappe charging forward, the ball at his feet. Saliba makes the interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Davids. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He is just caressing the ball. And here's Pedri, and it's Vieira. Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never... Neymar! And that's another fine save.
Neymar really can't believe it, foiled by the keeper again.
He's a sharp little ball here. And that signals the end of the first period. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. The second period is underway.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Mbappe, he's shifting through the gears. Real chance! Nearly, but not quite. Stoichkov with the short one. And here's Stoichkov. And Stoichkov! What about that from Hristo Stoichkov?
Well, what a restart this has been. A top player striking early. The perfect fillip to push on from what was a stunning finish.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. You felt it was coming, 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Distributed tidily. Now that looks a decent ball. Flings it, getting up there! Oh, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And the keeper's got it again. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Mbappe. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward? Neymar! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Neymar really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
And it's Stoichkov. Milan still behind thanks to that solitary strike. He is through here. Tries one from range. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Neymar has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives.
Shot a goal! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Milan certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Mateus can see things others simply cannot. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Pedri. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. And Messi! And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Marcação para Portugal. Número 7.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Número 18. Número 8. Número 80. Ronaldinho.
Nedved was in no mood for any of that.
Vão dar os seus lugares a número 10.
And here's Lucas Moura.
Número 19.
And here's Owen. Chance for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Rizal goes short. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And here's Scholes. There's the shot! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
So no flag, tries a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rizal makes a move down the right. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Lucas Moura. That is good progress on the left. Saliba wins the duel this time. So what can they make of this? Now it's Lucas Moura.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Lucas Moura. Rijkaard. Nicely weighted ball. Trossard. Now can he... Goes for a shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Trossard looking for the run.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de compensação.
Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Oh, and the shot! And there's a goal! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, his big chance! Oh, and the referee says that is it. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle. Well, there is the steely focus of the man many would readily vote as the world's greatest. It was January 2018 that Virgil van Dijk first wore the famous red shirt. So I wonder, Jim, does he still rank as number one?
I would say so, Peter. In fact, the title-winning season of 2024-2025 was statistically one of his better seasons, having been one of the club's most consistent performers. Only missed one league game. This at a time when you think age and injuries are going to start slowing him down.
And that consistency is, amongst many other things, what makes him the man he is.
Absolutely.
Looking for the far post. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And it's Drogba. Neymar. Great defending, strong and determined. Neymar in acres of space out wide. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And here's Neymar. Pass somewhat off target. Iniesta. It's Hullet. Seedorf. Lahm. Seedorf receives it in a good position here. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Messi. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's a key interception. He's going to be disappointed with that. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Vieira. Davids. Played into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Bale. And it's Iniesta. Bale is in a really good position out wide. And this is Iniesta. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Pelé.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Traoré. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Iniesta. Foot in. Messi. And it's Davids. He won't be happy with that one. Davids. Davids. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Seedorf. Lahm. Traoré. Now Davids. And it's Vieira. Now it's Drogba. Time and again they are repelled. Hullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Oh, that's fabulous.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Lam. Seedorf. Vieira. Half-time getting close now. Iniesta. Vieira. Roberto Baggio. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Maldini. Vieira. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And that has not gone well.
Barcelona couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trip.
And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Milan go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So let's get the ball rolling.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Davids, and it's Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's Neymar! He's got a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
It is a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Thuram clears it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best. Delivered across.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And this is Drogba. Goes for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Drogba is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And he's taking no chances there. And this is... And the shot! Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Milan have their lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Drogba. Now it's Neymar. He's gone for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's Hullet. Neymar. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Davids. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Neymar. Now then, Roberto Baggio! Well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
That has ended up in no man's land. Vieira. Passes short and sharp. Davids wins the duel this time. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. That's a good ball out wide. Opts to play it back. Might be danger here. Roberto Baggio. Davids.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, that's well spotted. Oh, easy pickings there. Lam. Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Drogba. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gullit going face-to-face with his great rival. Plenty to aim at here. That is a crunching tackle. Bale does really well to win the ball there. Gullit. This is a promising build-up. Oh, good spread. And he's quick to return it. Roberto Baggio. And it's Davids. Roberto Baggio with 2 goals already to his name. Neymar. That is a brilliant interception. Gullit. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Messi. Well, they've got it again. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Maldini. Neymar shifted it to the flank. Gullit. Pelé. That has been slung wide. Now it's Pelé. Over to the right flank, back where it came from. And the referee brings it to a close. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Roberto Baggio taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?